Let's take you to this now. The High Court in Polokwane, Limpopo will today hear the VhaVenda kingship battle. This after the Supreme Court of Appeal ruled in November 3 years ago that the case should again be referred to the High Court. The daughter of the late Dimbanyika Mphephu, Masindi Mphephu, wants to ascend the throne. The erstwhile king, Toni Mphephu Ramabulana, was removed from the throne after the ruling by the appeals court. Let's now bring in SABC News reporter Lutendo Bobodi for more on the story. Lutendo, thank you so much for your time. Of course, this is a long-standing court battle. Just talk to us about what we can expect in court today.
Thank you so much, Nati. It's not basically about, today it's not basically about the erstwhile king, Toni Mphephu Ramabulana, and the pretender to the throne, Princess Masindi. It's basically about the court dissecting the dynamics of VhaVenda culture when it comes to the candle wife and also the choosing of a king or a chief. You remember that the Supreme Court of Appeal in Bloemfontein referred this case back to the court of first instance, which is the Polokwane High Court. The court, part of the ruling was that the traditional or the House of Traditional Leaders in Limpopo had to do their own investigation into this battle and come up with findings in terms of how VhaVenda people conduct themselves when they elect the king or the chief or any traditional leaders. Today, it is expected that findings or that report will be tabled in court, and both councils, that is the council of Masindi and the council of Toni Mphephu Ramabulana, will be looking at that and also debating that. As I'm talking to you now, the case is on now, right now. It has just started just a few minutes ago. So as I said, basically or essentially, they'll be looking at that report that is what is expected, that they'll be looking at that report that has been tabled by that committee from the Limpopo House of Traditional Leaders.
Maybe, Lutendo, you can just bring us into speed in terms of just the timelines. You know, once this report is tabled today, what then can we expect to hear from the court, or what then is the legal process from this report?
Yeah, I think what we from here today, after that report has been tabled, after that report has been dissected and debated, a new date will be set just to look at the authenticity and truthfulness of that particular report and how that report will affect this case going forward. For now, as I said, it's not about the battle between the two individuals. They are now going to look at that report, and after that they'll set a date in terms of looking at it further, and also perhaps also inviting other stakeholders, inviting other witnesses, and inviting other experts of culture to look at that particular report on it.
I know you have to rush to court, Lutendo, but just for the benefit of our viewers as well, just talk to us about then, you know, the battle as it relates to the throne in as far as the families are concerned. What is the current situation at the moment while these court proceedings are continuing?
Yeah, you remember that when the Supreme Court ruled that this case will be taken back to the High Court, at that particular time, the king was Toni Mphephu Ramabulana, but the court ruled that he should step down a little because he's now he's an interest party in that case. And later on, another king was appointed on an acting basis, that is Japan Mphephu, who was of course later removed, and because the Masindi faction also challenged that and saying that he was not a legitimate person to sit on that throne. As we're saying now, there is no king. There is no king in that seat. The royal family, of course, is an organized one, is running the affairs of the royal family, but there's no one sitting right now as a king. And until the royal family itself elects a king that will be endorsed both by government and of course the subjects, then there will be a king on that particular time. But right now, that throne is empty, Unat.
All right, Lutendo, let's leave you to go back to court then and follow those proceedings. Thank you so much for that, Lutendo Bobodi, for us.